And we should be able to lose some of the comfort that we have in our own lives to appreciate and
wrong. I mean, it's going to take me at 7 o'clock. Yeah, you'll have to work it out at that end then. I'm here. Okay, yes. I think Lauren is trying to get across it for this program as well. Hang on, just switch on.
This really has gripped both the nation of the United Kingdom and the world. In that media had raced up to her residency, and also people now have gathered outside Buckingham Palace in London. As we had said earlier, concerned about the Queen's health emerged in October when she cancelled a trip to Northern Ireland. Her mobility has prevented her attending certain events.
I'll stay across it, and then I'll just take your direction if you want me to go in or wide.
So yes, her mobility had prevented her attending some events this year, and she was using a walking stick in photographs that we had seen just before her passing. Although she met Boris Johnson and Liz Truss on Tuesday, they actually made the trip up to Scotland to go see her. This is for the resignation, or I suppose the passing over of duties from Boris Johnson to the now Prime Minister Liz Truss. This is traditionally done at Buckingham Palace, but not so today. And of course Liz Truss was speaking to the Cabinet and made who was speaking to in Westminster about cutting energy prices for 2 years, or energy bills rather, when the news broke. Yesterday, Queen Elizabeth II pulled out of an online meeting of the Privy Council on Wednesday after being advised by doctors to rest. And as I had said, she is the world's largest reigning living, or well, once living monarch, and the sixth woman to ascend the British throne. On September 9th, 2015, she surpassed the 63 7 months and 2 days, 16 hours, 23 minutes that her great-great-grandmother, Queen Victoria, spent on the throne to become the country's largest reigning monarch in a line dating back to Norman King William the conqueror of 1066. As I said earlier, this year, on February 6th, Elizabeth celebrated the 70 years of reign with the Platinum Jubilee, which was celebrated across the United Kingdom. She became heir when her uncle Edward the VIII abdicated on December 11th, 1936, and her father George VI became king, and she was only 10 years old at the time. She then went on to marry Navy Lieutenant Philip Mountbatten, who was a Greek prince at London's Westminster Abbey in 1947, who they had 4 children. Of course, Prince Charles in 1948, Princess Anne 1950, Prince Andrew 1960, and Prince Edward 1964. And Philip, of course, died only last year in April 2021, aged 99. She ascended the throne on the death of her father on February 6, 1952, while she was in Kenya on a royal tour. She was crowned June 2nd, 1953 at Westminster Abbey, the first coronation actually to be televised, and many of you will remember those pictures in your head for sure. During her time on the throne, she was Queen of 15 realms, including obviously the UK, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Jamaica, Antigua and Barbuda, the Bahamas, Belize, Grenada, Papua New Guinea, Solomon Islands, St. Kitts, Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Tuvalu. And she has been served by now 15 prime ministers during her reign. There have been also 14 presidents, US presidents that is, all of whom she met bar Lyndon Baines Johnson. And indeed, when she ascended the throne, Joseph Stalin, Mao Zedong and Harry Truman were leading the Soviet Union, China and the United States respectively, while Winston Churchill was still British Prime Minister. And Queen Elizabeth spoke fluent French, which is something that was news to me and perhaps news to many other people. She was also a keen driver, and despite learning to drive, she is technically the only person who does not need a driver's license, and that goes for anyone who is head of the throne. She also did not need a passport to travel, and she travelled to about 100 countries in her time alive as well. Didn't do as much in recent years due to health concerns, but certainly was always quite a lively and soft character.
This is the short statement we brought to the gates of Buckingham Palace. Fixed to those gates.
And as we can see, the Union Jack at half-mast to indicate that the Queen's peacefully passed away. Just so you know, we are, just to remind you rather, that you are watching us here on Euronews. We have live pictures here from Buckingham Palace, where we have just heard the news that Queen Elizabeth II has died at the age of 96. And yes, news, I believe, just breaking through, they put extra security around Buckingham Palace as that news has just broken to us. Of course, the tradition is that after 10 days the funeral of the King or Queen takes place, and of course, the royal family